Hey guys, in today's video, I'll share with you 5 things that you should be looking for when it comes to picking the next presidential candidate. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. Do stay until the end of this video and watch out for today's question of the day. Okay, first up, the ground rules. I am not going to tell you who to vote for. That's your own business and freedom of choice and all that. I am also not going to tell you what the next president should, could, or would do. What I will do is discuss 5 leadership qualities that I think you should look for in the next presidential candidate. That's it, I think. Let's get on with the video. The first leadership quality that you want to look for is accountability. In theory, accountability is a simple concept. We want a leader who can be responsible for his or her decisions and someone who can admit their own mistakes when they do happen. I also think it's time that we stop electing into office convicted criminals na pinalaya at binigyan ng presidential pardon, by the way, or those with a history of corruption or passing on the blame to other people. The second thing that you should look for is integrity. Along the line of thinking on the previous point, we should really prioritize a presidential candidate who's honest and has strong moral principles. I find it so ridiculous that a government official recently said, hindi naman requirement ang honesty when it comes to holding public office. Grabe. Ang baba ng standards natin. It's time we elect someone who can be honest with the people, someone with a track record of good governance, and someone who is as clean as possible when it comes to corruption. Alam naman natin na corruption is a major issue when it comes to elected officials. So if we want to change this, then we really have to look for a candidate who has a high level of integrity. The third quality that you should look for in a presidential candidate is inclusivity. Obvious naman, the world now is very different from the world before. The private sector is spending time and effort to make sure different groups of people are well represented in their companies. This means more women in leadership roles, more youthful faces, and more representation from the LGBTQIA+ community. You should look for a leader with a track record of inclusivity. Whether that's from his or her previous role from a company or the groups that this leader supports, that's definitely a big plus. The fourth leadership trait that you should look for is empathy. I've talked about empathy on this channel before, so make sure you check those videos out. I'll put links in the video description. During the height of the 2020 pandemic, I think we all saw how blatantly out of touch and how privileged a lot of public officials were. There was that guy who flouted all the lockdown rules and went to the hospital. And who can forget that famous birthday party? I mean, mañanita. If a leader cannot put himself or herself in the shoes of other people, especially people who are supposed to follow him or her, how can that leader expect to be respected? It's not possible. The fifth thing that you want to look for is humility. In any group, company, or organization, leaders who are arrogant or sobrang proud, they don't last very long. Humble leaders know that they need their team to survive. They know that honest feedback and constructive criticism are important for their development and success as leaders. Nakikinig din sila sa ibang tao and consider their opinions, even if those people are from different backgrounds, different groups, and yes, different parties. Most importantly, a presidential candidate who has humility probably has all the previous 4 traits that we also talked about earlier in this video. Did I miss out on a presidential quality that you think someone should have? Drop a comment because I might do a part 2 if there are enough suggestions. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, make sure to hit that like button and remember to subscribe. Today's question of the day is, what leadership quality do you want to see in the next president? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. My name is Jason, and I hope that we all start picking better leaders today.